Tonight we were in the hometown of CM Punk, Chicago. We know it's got high theft, high crime, high robbery, but I think someone had stolen Joey Styles' voice for this entire show because he was practically on mute from start to finish. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling for your ECW review, the 11th of March 2008. We're getting closer to WrestleMania. We're getting closer to the grandest show of them all. But yeah, Joey Styles, I think, is getting closer to the exit door in WWE because tonight he put on a performance that was fucking not even worthy of the WWE NXT reunion, and that says a lot.
Do you not think, though, right, we can joke, do you not think it's a bit disgraceful for Joey Styles? Like, that he actually, like, why not just leave?
Honestly, man,
No, I actually think, like,
I was waiting on him just standing up, walking off, leaving Taz on his own, Taz on his Todd. I was waiting on Styles to get up and walk off because that's how bad it was.
There is no way, right, that McMahon was on the headset. There is no... McMahon, there was like 20... I timed it, right? There was... I think Taz may have said something, but there was 45 seconds where Joey Styles didn't say something. Matches were ending.
The first match ended with Tommy Dreamer getting like double like powerbombed or whatever, chokeslammed through the table, and then they pin him, and Joey Styles is not even talking through any of this. He's not even acknowledging it. The entire Great Khali Stevie Richards match, I mean, I know it only lasted 10 seconds, but Styles said nothing from start to finish.
And when he did speak, he was in mouse mode.
And it's a shame because I actually think the opening Extreme Rules match was pretty good, but I was just taken aback by the commentary. That's what most of our attention was focused on, the lack of commentary.
It was so funny. Taz was trying. Taz was speaking like a guy that didn't want sacked the next day. But the reality is, I mean, Joey didn't, but he's away soon.
Nah, he is away soon. Anyway, let's talk of the dark match first. So, Shelton Benjamin defeats Chris Harris.
The Wildcat, Chris Harris.
I mean, see when you're losing in the dark match ECW, I think your WWE career's destined to fail.
What a fall for grace this guy had. For getting tapped out against Sting locked into this.
Now, he is called Chris Harris here, not Braden Walker.
Well, that is a plus, I guess, for him.
Or Brandon Walker.
Yeah, whatever shitey name he had. Walker's Chris, but... Nah, it never worked out for Chris Harris, did it?
Nah, it didn't. Even then, you thought maybe, I'll just go back to TNA or whatever. Never happened.
No.
Wonder what happened to the career of Chris Harris.
I think just by the time the ECW run happened, it's like they're signing bigger and better guys now.
In TNA?
Aye.
Maybe his passage back was kind of blocked or whatnot. Who knows? Maybe if he'd have left to try WWE sooner, if he'd have left earlier, could he have got back into TNA in 2006, 2007? Maybe. But I mean, you maybe just look at the roster they had by the time they get to like 2009 and maybe they weren't interested. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, open the match. John Morrison and The Miz taking on Colin Delaney and Tommy Dreamer in an Extreme Rules match. I thought it was a decent match, but the crowd were fucking dead and so was Joey Styles, so it was...
Again, it just shows you how much commentary makes a show. Like, ECW could have knocked out the park on this show, and I thought it was actually a better show for, like, what recent shows have been, but the commentary makes it, and Joey Styles shat all on top of it. We're talking about, they only get them out there for 7 seconds at Mania. 7 seconds too long. Joey Styles is done. He's gave up, man. He checked out a long time ago.
Joey Styles here, I just didn't care, did he? But it was a good match. Morrison and Miz win. Maybe we'll get a rematch
Some
down
good
the line.
Spots, Colin Delaney flinging himself about, which is pretty funny, but, there's one thing being quiet, right? Being mouse mode. But see when like matches are ending and there's no fucking commentary. It's not like their careers were on the line, and Joey Styles was too stunned to speak that he's just been sacked, even though it should be happening.
And the crowd were dead as well.
Yeah,
that didn't help. It's one thing if you have no commentary and the crowd's going mental.
See, out of a 45-minute show, how much do you actually think was took up by commentary?
Oh, way less than half.
Yeah, and that's a problem. That's a big...
But when you didn't have commentary, you didn't have crowd either, so it was just...
but then if you take away Taz, how long was Joey Styles speaking for? About 15 seconds?
Not great. Anyway, I thought it was a good opening match.
he seemed to care more about like the Raw stuff when he showed you Mayweather and Big Show. He seemed a bit hyped for that.
Could this just be him protesting what's happening to ECW?
It could be. Anyway, yes, the match was good. Some decent spots. The first Extreme Rules match we've had, I do not remember.
Yeah,
I want to say the New Breed against the Originals. Maybe that's too long ago.
Now, Stevie Richards, we've seen him have a couple of wins. He was on a bit of a winning streak last week. He took on Shelton Benjamin and he lost. This week he took on the Great Khali, and surprise, surprise, he lost in 10 seconds. So he got a couple of punches into the midsection of Khali, then ran into the double-handed choke slam. 1, 2, 3, done, finished, over. Any thoughts on this, Stevie Richards?
It was an awful match. Well, it sounds awful. It is what it is. But considering how, he wasn't really booked well, but he was winning matches. They were hyping him up, all the neck surgery, giving him vignettes to this.
Aye, this went downhill quickly, if you ask me. Alrighty, we had some Raw stuff, showing you stuff that's happening on Raw, mainly Big Show and Floyd Mayweather. That seems to be the big focus here. It's not on what's happening in the world title pictures. They're always showing you the Mayweather Big Show stuff, so maybe Mayweather is such a star that they think here having this on all 3 shows will help.
No, it definitely appears that way.
But, yeah, we get that. And then the final 3 matches, according to Online World of Wrestling, all lasted 3 minutes on the dot. Now, I ain't going to be sad enough to go in time the final 3 matches of ECW, but according to Online World of Wrestling, they all lasted 3 minutes exactly. Not a second less, not a second more. You'd Kofi Kingston defeating Deuce with Cherry and Domino. You'd Festus with Jesse defeating Elijah Burke, who's another guy that I think so close to being out the door. And then you had CM Punk defeating Big Daddy V with Matt Striker by countout to qualify for the Money in the Bank match with Shelton Benjamin on commentary. So yeah, let Kofi Kingston first versus Deuce. Kingston beats Deuce. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, man. Joey Styles got a wee bit more up for this. He was putting on a Jamaican accent, wasn't he?
So I'm like, why do you say good night and
good night, man?
Good night, man. Anyway, maybe playing too many, maybe going bowling with Little Jacob too much in GTA 5 or 4 even, who knows. Kofi Kingston wins, Trouble in Paradise, yeah, is what it is. Then we got Festus with Jesse taking on Elijah Burke. I mean, Elijah Burke at this point, done.
He comes out with a wee tile, man, but he needs to throw the tile in.
Don't waste
my time. That's all you're doing to us.
That's what WWE's doing to this guy. I mean, the Pope's coming, has to.
Oh, aye, yeah.
And it's mental because, right, I'm not saying this guy was getting pushed or had the same vibes as CM Punk, but you felt like he was the heel version of Punk, didn't you? See out of the new stars that WWE were trying to push for this ECW brand, you felt like he was going to be the main heel.
Yeah, but then, what is it though? We've seen it with Core Vaughn. Is it just something that McMahon didn't like, or is it like...
Well, Corbin just left.
No, but you see, if you look at that triple threat match that Benjamin, Punk and Elijah Burke had a few weeks ago, that was awful. And Elijah Burke was at fault for... I don't think Burke's a good worker.
No, he's not. It was 15 minutes. That's 15 minutes.
He's not a good worker. He's good on the mic, but he's not that good on the mic that it's going to make up for the lackey in ring. He's got no excuse not to be good in ring. I feel like when you're Burke's size, it's like you have to be decent, minimal. Yeah,
if you're Khali, you can get away with being shite because you're a spectacle, you're a size, you're an attraction. Burke not that great in the ring, but you know it doesn't matter. He loses to Festus, and again, I just feel like this is if you're losing to Festus, then you're not really going anywhere. And I get it, he's got the whole retarded gimmick, but that doesn't mean shit. You can't be losing that guy. And then we get CM Punk defeating Big Daddy V. Big Daddy V falls to the outside, and the fall to the outside knocks him out apparently. Matt Striker tries pouring a bottle of water in Big Daddy V's face to wake him up before the 10 count doesn't happen. Punk gets the 10 count. Before this, Punk cut a wee short promo saying there's 2 reasons he's going to win the night, because he's in Chicago and he's CM Punk, and it's like, right, okay.
Chicago.
Just
CM Punk's ECW run is awful. I'm not having it. I said this weeks ago. Got laughed at the building by the millions of comments, but I mean, come on. It's like... it's actually really... his AEW run was better. His current WWE run was better. I was under the illusion that everything in the past was great, but see this fucking ECW run for CM Punk, it's been bogging.
Bogan. Matt Striker runs in after the match and he gets a GTS for his troubles. Punk celebrates. Shelton Benjamin's on commentary. I mean, Shelton Benjamin probably even said less than Joey Styles, to be honest, which is pretty difficult.
I didn't even know he was on it.
But at the end of the match, he did say, this isn't a win. You can't call this a victory. This isn't right. Blah, 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 blah. A count-out win. Who cares? And that was it. That was your ECW. So, I mean, it's time to rate the show. Oh, man. I'm giving it 3 out of 10. Commentary was shite, but I thought the opening match was good. Everything else was just there.
I thought it was probably the best ECW in a while, but I thought Joey Styles had one of the worst commentary performances I've ever heard. No, honestly, I don't say that lightly. This is as bad as like Mike Adamle. Because say what you want, right?
At least Mike Adamle tried.
Yeah, he's trying. He's dropped the ball here. He's took his ball and went.
Someone that always got bashed and having rewatched them, I actually don't think it's anywhere near as bad as they make it. Don West.
Don West was brilliant.
It's like Don West used to get criticised every single week. And like people were saying, TNA will move in the right direction when they get when Taz came in, because they thought that Don West was like so bad on commentary, he was dragging the show down. But fuck me, I've never seen Don West put in a bad performance as Joey Styles did tonight. And I like Joey Styles, but he just clearly could not be arsed.
We've been saying this every week, that there's no enthusiasm.
No, there's not.
But this week, I'm actually excited to watch next week to see how fucking much worse it gets.
Or how much better it gets after he has a wee talk with McMahon or something.
But you could clearly tell that Taz was like over-trying, because he was trying to compensate for the lack of what Joey was doing. But Taz ain't a play-by-play, and that's why it doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean, it was very strange. We know that Taz and Joey Styles, like, they're not enjoying this run. They're not enjoying what they're watching. But, I mean...
It's weird, though. Taz and TNA went off the fucking rails. 1, 2, 3. It's weird. I think commentary is one of those things, if you don't believe in what you're doing, you need out of there. No, I think it's very hard to put something over that you're commentating over, and trust me, I fucking know all about that.
Yeah, anyway guys, are you getting it free as well?
I'll get it free, honestly. I think if the commentary was like good, you could be looking at like a 5. I thought the show was alright, but the commentary butchered, it's a 3 as well.
3 out of 10 guys, that's it, till next time, peace.